We're doing 7 laps in the Audi R8. Again, my name's David, in case you forgot. A couple things before we head out here. The mirrors are all set for me. You focus on driving, I'll worry about everybody else. Hands behind you, let you know. Foot off throttle so they pass you quick. When you catch people, my hand's on the wheel, but just for safety, you're in control, don't let go. Get close and you're faster. Wait for me to tell you pass right or left. The one place we don't pass on the track. Were you driving automatic paddle shifters? What are we doing today?
Let's do paddle. I drive it at 6-speed.
Yeah.
I wish that I could 6-speed.
I know,
Anyway,
but
paddle.
people suck,
Yeah.
so we can't have it. Up on the right, down on the left, they move with the wheel in the Audi. Just really watch the windshield wipers and high beams in it. They're very close. So if your hands are on the wheel, like 2 fingers off, you're fine. If you go looking for the paddle, you just turn those on. So just keep your hands on the wheel, you'll be fine. I'll be telling you when to shift. Same thing, good torquey motor, nice big RPM range. We're just using 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And I'll talk you through your shifts. I'll let you know, where to be, but there's not a whole lot to do. So what's going to happen, on the track, get to 3rd, build your speed. Double orange cones, the braking zones, like I said, they're good brakes and they engage very quickly. So just smooth onto the pedal, but no, they're going to come on like right away. So just squeeze down as much as you need, but you do have good brakes in this car. Shave off your speed in a straight line. You'll come to that single green. That's the turn in. Very important as you're turning in that you just ease off the brake. And again, because they come on quick, it takes almost the whole pedal to release it. It's easy to kind of come off too quick, and then you get that kind of suspension bounce. So just ease off. Really focus on kind of trailing this car in. You have a 4-wheel drive, so you're not as light in the front end as Lamborghini, but it's still a mid-engine car. You still have a pretty light front end. So just focus on easing off and trailing those brakes into the corner. Second part of that, really hit your apexes, put a wheel on those red and white lines. That gives our big exit, but be patient with your throttle foot. You have good responsive power in this car with the natural aspiration, but it's 4-wheel drive. So if you try and throttle earlier before the apex, it's understeer. Yeah, it'll never oversteer on you. It'll understeer every time. Yeah. Every single time. And it makes you use more track. It's sliding, it's not enjoyable. If you can be that half a second of patience from when you're off the brake till you touch the apex and then feeding the power, you'll go exponentially faster. That's people's only real mistake, is because they feel confident and then they want to get power, and it's like you give up the corner. So just really focus on, make sure you have touched that green cone on the red and white line. It's gotten all the way to that apex when you even think about wanting to feed the power, because then you'll be able to straighten out and put a lot more of that power to the ground, as opposed to giving a little early. Other than that, just like everything else in racing, just keep your eyes ahead of yourself. Like I said, this is a comfortable car. You're going to feel good in it. You're going to start pushing. And with 7 laps, like I said, you're really going to get moving. Just keep your eyes ahead of yourself. Give yourself time to see that life coming, so you can kind of plan for it instead of react to it. Any questions for me?
On the straight after turn 2,
yeah,
how much braking is needed? I mean, I'm sure it's depending on how quick we get up to on that straight, but is it going to be like a 70% brake, 80,
So,
you know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean, but it's a hard question because it is relative. It'll change every time you get to the corner. What you need to think about is cornering speed. A car can only turn so fast. Right. So if you're above that speed and you get to the corner, you're sliding, you're overshooting. The way to kind of feel it out, because obviously there's a new car, you don't have a ton of time to really find the exact limit of your brakes. So how it works is this: when you're on the straight, from where you start braking, you need constant brake pressure until you start turning in. Because that's what is putting some weight on the front end and gives you that initial grip when you start turning. So brake the whole way. If you're going really fast, then it's a harder brake to slow down. If you brake really early, then it's a light brake for a really long time. But you want to be braking the whole way to that green cone. Okay. Once you're there and you're turning in, your foot matching in, you're easing off the brake, and that's where you can kind of feel on how well you did. If you're coming in and you're trailing your brakes and you're still pushing, you still can't turn in, you're understeering, you're coming in too fast. If you notice that you want to come off the brake and go right to the power, it means you're going too slow, because you know inside that you can take it with more speed. Got it. But then that gets you in a bad habit of throttling early. So just try and feel out. If you can keep in mind of get to the turn in with brakes and not throttling until the apex, that's where you kind of play within that middle, that little gap in between of your easing off to the throttle. Okay. And again, I'll be out there, I'll be watching you, I'll talk you through it. I'll let you know, hey, you can carry a little more speed, you can carry your brakes a little longer, or not so hard initially, just longer brake, that kind of thing. I will talk you through it. I know this car very well. I can get you moving in it. The only things after 7 is most we run at one time. That's when this thing starts to get warm. So we're gonna do a cool down lap when we're all done. It'll be the whole track, slow speed, just get some air flowing over it before we come park it. It's just know when we're finished, we're gonna do one more slow lap after. Any last minute questions?
No, I do all that.
Driver, you're comfortable, man. I'm gonna be pushing you. We'll have some fun. If there's anything I don't like, I'll let you know that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this in my door.
Yeah, go ahead.
Otherwise, I'm gonna shatter it with my elbow. So I put a lot of pressure right here. So if you're ready, foot on the brake. Upshift once, right hand. That's first. Your wheels are turned a little to the right. When you're ready, start pulling out. Make a hard left. Don't hit the pole. That's a bad start. If you hit the pole.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the white wall and we'll take a left. And then after race timing. And then we're just gonna pull up right to that stop sign. We'll sit there and wait for a clear track. And I think we actually should be just about it.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping.
Stop the white line.
Let everybody do their laps.
Yeah, we're good. When you're ready, nice and smooth, out toward the green cone. As you enter the track, upshift into second gear. Upshift. Keep on your speed, upshift one more time. Now start to turn in. That single green cone, head straight towards it. The closer you do that, the better. There's a perfect line to it. Just start looking in, turn in. We'll brake the next time we carry a little more speed here. So get to that apex. Now use all the track out to the left and start feeding it power. This is the straight. That's how you want to shift. Let it rev. Stay left on that left edge. Keep accelerating, you're fine. Orange cone, start to brake, just smooth, consistent. A little harder, right there. Stay wide, now eyes in, slowly release that brake. Keep turning in, get to the apex, tighter. Now feed the power all the way to the left. Once you've come off that brake, stay off that brake. Stay left, start to brake. Patience and perk speed. Now look and start turning in, release the brake. Let the car sit flat. Squeeze the throttle all the way to the right hand side. Just a light brake for balance over the hill, maintain speed left. Turn in tighter first. Top the hill, come halfway out and accelerate. Throttle back to the left hand side. Start to brake, left hand downshift once. Eyes in, turn in, slowly release the brake. Now keep turning, tighter, tighter, tighter. Now feed in the power. Just hold the curve all the way to the right side. Light brake for balance. Look in, turn in, apex left, throttle straight, throttle, 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 brake. Ease off the brake as you turn. Apex right, watch your throttle foot. Now feed in the power. Needs all the track. Unwind it. There you go. Upshift. Keep it left the whole way. Upshift. We're going a lot fast this time. Brake harder. A little harder. Start easing off that brake. So as soon as you're looking about wanting to turn in, your foot start backing off, just letting that suspension start to decompress. Because if you haven't moved yet, it's very stiff on your steering. Stay left. Light brake, give me a downshift. So the weight's forward, you just want to start easing it off. That's all we're doing. There. Weight's flat, you got grip on all four wheels. Now you feed the power, get it to the right side. Just lift off the throttle and turn. Maintain the speed. Just be patient. Don't rush it. Now come halfway out. When the weight drops, that's throttle. Just getting over that hill and let the weight sit. Light brake. You're turning in early, so that's an early apex, which forces an early exit. So be more patient to turn in that little hairpin. You'll come out a lot faster. Come to the right. Light brake, eyes in, turn in, and accelerate. Commit to it. Light brakes, look in. Ease off the brake. Now I'm looking out for the exit. How long do you need to turn for? Now you can feed the power to the line. See how kind of naturally forced you to be patient? Upshift. That's a tight corner. So all these, I come up, scan the whole thing. Start to brake. Where's your turn in? Eyes down to the apex, ease off the brake. Keep steering tighter, tighter. Where's the exit? Feed in the power and unwind. All the way, keep it left. Upshift. Brake. Smooth. Start looking in, turn in, release the brake. Just turn tighter. If you're trying to add more shifts, you don't need to. You can just go faster. Touch the brake and turn. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Wait for it. Now you can throttle. Back to the left. You don't need to brake early. We can brake the orange press a little bit. It just means braking hard. Because you're braking early and then you're slow, and that's when you turn early. I want you to feel like you cannot turn. You need to come in hotter. Touch the brake, look in, turn in, accelerate like this. We're on throttle. Now you're braking. Start easing off and start to steer. Release the brake. No throttle. No throttle. Don't give it away. Now feed in the power. There you go. Better. Upshift. You're okay. It's torquey. It's just quieter, but you still got good pull. Smooth brakes. Don't downshift. Just keep braking. Now ease off that brake and turn. Get to your apex. Look up, look up, look up, and throttle. Use all your track. Beautiful. Smooth control. Now stay left. Carry forward through this. So brake smooth. Stay wide. Now look in, turn in, release the brake. Just steer. Just steer tighter. Now feed in the power all the way to the right. Lift off the throttle and turn. Look in. keep turning, nothing else. Be patient. You're throttling early. That's our field getting light.
Yeah.
Tires are doing a lot of work. Be patient. More steering, nothing else. More steering, more steering, more steering. Now throttle out. Good. Stay right. Light brake, apex, throttle straight, throttle. You're gonna brake and downshift, release the brake. Turn. Turn. Just turn, just turn, just turn, just turn. Throttle out. You're still hitting it.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. Upshift. There's a lot going on. That's a very tight corner. Upshift. Brake and downshift, stay left. Start easing off the brake. Just keep adding steering. Same thing, you're already on the throttle.
Oh, I'm anticipating that green cone.
Absolutely. Just focus on touch the apex and brake straight. Then just one continuous turn. Put off the brake and just turn. Just keep turning, keep turning. Load up that right side. Now throttle as you unwind it. Lift off the throttle and just load it up. Keep turning, keep adding steering. Nothing else, nothing else. Now throttle. Because if you have less distance you're using, that's always going to be faster than you with more power out wide. Ease off that brake. No throttle, just steer. Tighter, 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 tighter. Now throttle out.
I went in the blue on that.
I don't give a shit. I mean, it's a late apex. That's the only one I don't care about. Turn in here. Throttle straight. These are apexes. Brake hard. Brake late. Just release the brake. I got you, I got you, I got you. Keep it wide. You're good. We feel how much faster you came out?
Yeah.
Then you came in hotter and didn't brake enough. That's fine. It's good. We're getting quicker. Take a deep breath. Brake. One downshift. Keep braking. Look in. Turn in. Release the brake. You're fine. Just turn. Just turn. Just turn. Just turn. Now throttle out.
I don't know what front right tire is what
I'll be the first to tell if you hit rocks. Brake hard. Look in. Just turn in. Try and touch it. Try and hit that green cone. Tighter. That's a nice apex. Come all the way to the right. Lift off and turn in. Just turn. Nothing else. Turn. Nothing else. Power. No power. Now throttle. There you go. 2 in a row. Smooth brakes and downshift. Stay wide. Ease off the brake. Touch that green cone before you put power. Tighter turn. Now throttle it. A lot more throttle because you're coming out straighter. Good. Stay right. Light brake. Look in. Turn in. Accelerate. Brake firm. Turn your head. Release the brake. Get to the green cone. Tighter first. Now look out your exit and throttle to it. Beautiful. Now we can push. Upshift. Still having fun?
Yeah.
Good. Upshift. Brake hard and straight. Hard first so they can start easing off here. Now keep turning in. Keep turning in. So that was nice brake pressure initially, but same thing. Let your foot just come off in one motion. Because that was a little hard. You feel it gets a little stiff and jerky.
Yeah.
Alright. Light brake and downshift. And just start slowly easing off. Carry it. Good. That's it.
It's that
Now
brake you're talking about.
Yes. When I want to release, exactly. Turn in, turn in. Just turn. No throttle. Halfway out and accelerate. There you go. Smooth brake. One downshift. Slowly release. More steering, more steering. Your hands and foot can move at the same time. It doesn't have to be one or the other. They should be working together. Getting that balance. Light brake. Look in. Apex. Accelerate. Smooth brake, start slowly releasing and steer. Just steering. Tighter first, now feed in that power as you unwind.
Feel that torque.
Yeah. Even with 4 wheels, it pulls. It's a good little motor. Brake, harder, start backing off. Release that brake, release the brake, and just steer. Beetle, feel that? No pop, no nothing. Just sat back flat. We slipped a gear though? Yeah, you're in 5th, that's all. But corner's beautiful. Brake smooth. Give me a downshift, start turning. Release the brake. All the way off. Now throttle. All the way to the right. Lift off the throttle. Just maintain it. Turn tight. A little bit of throttle. Now come halfway and accelerate. Smooth, consistent brake. Start easing off. More steering, more steering, more steering. Look out and accelerate. So my eyes are already up at that green cone on the right. Building my speed. Lift off the throttle, look in, turn in, accelerate. Green cone ahead of you. Smooth brakes, look through the corner. Release the brake, apex right, look out for the exit, now throttle. Commit to it, commit to it, commit to it. Upshift. So I lost count, but we're going to finish this lap, because I don't remember how to brake front. Keep it wide, ease off that brake, all the way off. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight. Now throttle, full throttle, Gen 1. Beautiful. Stay left. Brake, downshift. Start releasing that brake all the way off. Just here, tighter. No throttle and accelerate. All the way back out. Lift off the throttle and just turn. Keep it tight. You're right at the limit. Be patient. Now come halfway out and accelerate. There. brake smooth. Slowly release. It's a little early, which just means you have to turn for longer, but keep turning tighter, then throttle up. We're going to cross this line and finish up, start running the cool down. So lift off the throttle. You're going to automatic, keep it at 60, don't touch the brakes. Same thing, stick to that line.
Oh, you said we're in automatic.
Yeah, you're in automatic, just right at 60 miles an hour, right there. And then maintain that speed the whole way around. How was that?
It's fun.
No, nice job, man. I like seeing that improvement. Because obviously, the closer you get to the edge, you're not going to find another 10, 15 seconds. You know, it's all very minute. So keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Your hands.
It's that foot over there. It's that tire that I'm not familiar with where I can put it. You know,
and that's the thing. Find out. But your hand should keep turning until you want to stop turning. Like when I'm out here, I'm going to turn and I'm going to keep turning because I'm going to know I'm going to almost hit that cone.
Oh wow.
I mean, like,
but I felt like it was going to go underneath.
Yeah, and that's quarter of a tire off track. You know, but same thing. I get all the way to it, hitting those rumbles. You know, because you'll feel it. And if you notice, a lot of the apexes,
we're pulling in.
We are. So if you look in, you see how it kind of dips? There's a little divot. Most apex are either going to be an angle, or they're going to be flat and then curve up at the tip. Here, turn it here. All that time, as you're coming in, you'll feel this tire start to raise up. You'll feel it start to basically hit a little bump. That's just the edge of the apex. Like you're about halfway on. That's, you know, there's usually some indicator, especially on a track, of either like that. There's a bump where it's flat. There's lights. You'll feel the rumble. You'll feel some indication that you're on it. If it's perfectly smooth, it'll be fine. And in the front, you know, if you do start to drop a wheel, that's not the worst. You get in trouble if you drop the back wheel. You know, that's where you get the rotation. But same thing, you know, even just coming a little tighter, and if it means, you know, your first lap out, you can take your foot off the brake, we're fine. Your first lap out, you know, on a track when you're warming up, you know, when you're slow, try and feel it. You know, how far does this thing get over? You know, we used to practice, like with my car, I used to take cardboard boxes in just a parking lot. Just small course, all slow speed. Because I sucked at that as far as like parking, like how close my front was, how close the back was. And cardboard boxes, it's a flat surface, you can get really close, and if you hit it, nothing happens. It's cardboard.
No damage,
but then, you know, you can start getting really good with it and getting to where you can take stuff crazy close. That's what